the bamboo, and the moon. A parable about enlightenment. I, the seeker of secrets. Long ago in the mountains of eastern Zhang, there lived a young man named Jin. His father was a respected scholar, and his mother a quiet weaver. From childhood, Jin devoured books on mysticism and wisdom. He studied under monks, scribes, and sages. He fasted, meditated, recited sutras, and debated Dharma. But peace eluded him. By the age of 25, Jin had filled 6 journals with notes, copied over 200 scrolls by hand, and could recite the Heart Sutra backward in Sanskrit. Still, he awoke each morning with a strange ache inside, a longing. "I have gathered knowledge like firewood," he said one day, "but I cannot light the flame." And so he left. He packed a single robe, a brush, and a flute, and set out into the mountains in search of a master who could show him the path to enlightenment. The old man beneath the bamboo. After weeks of travel, Jin arrived at a remote valley where mist curled like smoke and silence pressed gently on the ears. There, in a clearing circled by wild bamboo, lived an old man named Shantaita. He was said to be mad by some, enlightened by others. He wore no shoes, laughed often, and spent hours watching ants climb trees. Jin approached him with a bow. "Master Shan," he said, "I have come seeking enlightenment." The old man blinked slowly. "Ah, then I suppose you'll be leaving soon." Jin frowned. "Why would I leave?" "Because what you seek is not far," Shan said. "It's where you began." Jin was puzzled. "But I've far to learn." Shan nodded. "Then learn to sweep." And he handed Jin a broom. "Nutsini." The years of dust. At first he was frustrated. Shan taught him no koans, no mantras, no secrets, only tasks. He swept leaves, carried water, chopped bamboo. When he asked a question, Shan would either answer with a riddle or with silence. One evening Jin cried out in anger, "Why am I not being taught?" Shan, sipping tea, replied, "Do you teach the sky how to reflect the moon?" Jin stared. "That makes no sense." "Exactly," Shan grinned. "No, you're learning." Years passed. Jin's robes grew worn. His hair grayed. But something inside him began to shift. He stopped watching the calendar. He stopped measuring progress. He noticed how the bamboo bent in the wind, how tea changed taste with the mood, how silence was full of music. He laughed more. The river's answer. One spring morning, Jin followed a squirrel to the river's edge. The water shimmered with sunlight. He sat and closed his eyes, not to meditate, but simply to be. Suddenly, a memory rose from deep within. His childhood self, sitting beside his mother as she wove cloth. She had said, "The thread does not seek the pattern. It becomes it." In that moment, something broke open inside him, not like a burst of light, but like a curtain falling away. He looked up. The world was the same. Trees, sky, boat, sea. But he no longer stood apart from it. There was no Jin, no river, no watcher. Only stillness and movement within it. Only now. He laughed. He wept. And then he swept the path back to the hut. The unlearning. That evening, Shan looked up from a pot of soup and said, "So, you've returned." Jin bowed. "I never left." "Ah." Shan stirred the pot. "Enlightenment." Jin sighed. A leaf fell. A bird sang. I was not there to hear it. Shan chuckled. "Then there's hope for you yet." Jin sighed. "I spent years climbing the mountain, only to find that it never moved. I sought something I already had." Shan handed him a bowl. "Eat it before it gets cold," he said. "The moon will rise soon. and you should not miss how it dances on the bamboo. The bamboo and the moon. Jin stayed for the rest of his life. People sometimes came seeking wisdom. He gave them soup and brooms in silence. When asked about enlightenment, he would smile and point at the bamboo. Say how it grows. It does not try. He once wrote on a wall, I searched the sky for years, only to find the moon, in a bowl of still water. Paranomandesi. Closing reflection. Enlightenment is not found in the distant peaks, nor hidden in sacred texts. It is the moment when the seeker stops seeking, when the hand opens, and the world flows through without resistance. Like the moon in still water, truth appears, when the surface is calm, and the self is gone.